Mm-hmm.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
It's quite common, but trying to actually... Who switched that?
Protection
I
falling.
know, thermal protection. Just because I'm not wearing any thermal underwear, honestly.
Oh wow, my health is like dangerously low.
Careful now. Don't you die on me. Ah, that's a bit more like it. More ferrite dust.
Technology recharge.
More or
Let's see what
less.
happens when you mine out everything underneath the deposit.
It just goes down for a way and then just...
No, I mean I mined. I made a floating orb of ore.
Oh yeah, it's Minecraft physics.
Lovely.
Well, why not? Nice. Got another minute to wait on this. Oh, actually, looking at the clock, we don't have that much longer to play. So, thoughts?
I can see there being an interest in like learning all the languages and gathering resources and stuff and trying to max out your character to get all the new items and everything. But the key is you have to make it rewarding enough to do that. You have to make the core gameplay loop engaging.
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, you know, you're scavenging for supplies, you're building stuff, and you know, presumably, like the further down the loop you get, things obviously get easier. You know, you'll have, like, I assume anyway. This is all guesswork, but I would assume you'll end up with like better ways to you know, build stuff and create stuff and all that other and everything else. But I don't know if that's how it works because I haven't played enough of it, unfortunately. Which is one of those things, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, I think the game is good enough. But I don't know if it's really got enough to hold my interest over an extended long period of time.
Yeah, it does need more content. I think the UI needs to be a bit less clunky. You need to
Agreed.
be able to access more things like kind of through the menu because it's really easy to kind of screw yourself up and you get stuck in a menu that you don't want to be. Because like if you hit Z to access the hit Z and accidentally access the build menu, and then you're like, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to crafting menu, and then you hit X. It takes you somewhere else than if you were to just originally hit X.
Yeah, I mean, I think by and large, it's not a terrible game. I think that I remember thinking this back when I first played it. It's like what they built is a really good base, and then they just need to put things on top of it, and they are building things on top of it, like the crafting system. We haven't, you know, we're kind of going to run out of time, and I don't think we're going to have the opportunity, at least in this session, to look at the crafting system. Whether there'll be a second session is up for debate.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, if we learn more, like if we learn more skills on our own, or if at least I do, we may rejoin this game.
Yeah, perhaps. And who knows, you know, in the future there could be new updates and new fun stuff added.
Probably will be, but and we'll.
I would imagine. I mean, they've been, you know, patches and bug fixes have been fairly constant, and like the really big sort of meaty updates have been coming out roughly once a year, which is a pretty decent time to, pump out really big updates for a game like this, I think. So it very much does depend a lot on, like, I don't know what the future for this place is going to hold or anything like that. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
There does need to be a lot more variety in these things. I mean, I get that it's procedurally generated, but they really do need a lot more seeds to work from. Because the fact that I encountered those vine creatures, those vine plants, and then those gas plants and everything in the just the 2 games that I've played, that's really kind of, everything is very samey in this.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem that I think most randomly generated games have, is that if you don't have a big pool of stuff, things end up looking extraordinarily samey. Where are you right now? Are you near your ship? Because I was going to land, but if you're not near your ship...
I don't know where the hell my ship is. I could call it over.
That's true. Ooh. And
Oh, hi.
hi.
There's a
Told you I
big
was-
crash sound near me. What the fuck is going on?
You did technically move closer to where I was landing. That wasn't entirely deliberate. Hello. Little
Hello.
lizard bird creature thing. I've forgotten you changed your avatar then. I was like, what the... Oh, yeah.
It doesn't seem to mind faster if 2 people are shooting it.
No, basically whoever started it gets the stuff.
Wow. That's weird.
I think that's... Again, don't forget, this was a single-player game that they've now attached multiplayer to.
Yeah.
Which is... It's not the same as building multiplayer in a game from the ground up. Apparently there's a thing around here, a subterranean relic.
Oh, yeah. There's probably more of those cubes.
It is indeed.
Inventory is full. Oh,
3
there's more-
vortex cubes.
There's more copper.
You only really need... well, I was going to say you need
Possibly.
75. You need 75 chromatic metal. But you need 150 copper. Because it's a 2-to-1 ratio on the machine. I suppose if we did do this again, we'd probably go off exploring, I think. Or at least work out which planet we want to set up on.
Right.
Your ship's over there, by the way. I can see it from the hill. Because, yeah, this system, unless there's a planet in the system we haven't spotted yet, which is possible, but I wouldn't have thought so. The planets in this system, none of them are very friendly.
No, they're not. We would need to find one with at least a livable atmosphere.
I mean, the barren one could be good, but I don't know what the temperature of that is. You know, if it's a barren planet, it could well be that it doesn't have a very habitable temperature. Or that there's not much in the way of resources to scavenge.
Probably not a lot of carbon, at least.
Hmm. So, we'd have to think about it. Maybe what we'd do is maybe we'd start a new world and, you know, roll the dice again and see what we get. Or maybe we'll just jump into the world I'd already started, because on that one I did have a perfectly habitable world that I'd started building a building in. So, we'll see. But Zero would probably have to play catch-up if we did that.
Possibly, yeah.
So, I mean, we've got options for the future. We will see what happens. But yeah, it's almost time for me to go because it's dinner time and I'm actually hungry. And I need food. The food is good. So yeah, anything else you want to say? Any sort of last thoughts before we sign off on this session?
Well, if you're one of the people who bought this thing in early access, my condolences. It's not a terrible game, but given what they promised and what they ended up delivering, I can see how it would have been disappointing. But I mean, we had fun with it. You can still have fun. You just, I guess, lower your expectations, and you'll never be disappointed.
I think, I think one of the things is that neither of us went into this game with any real expectations. I'd heard all the shit that this game had leveled at it. So I was like, okay, yeah, I know this. I know what to expect almost. But then it was just a case of, I went in expecting bad and I got okay. That's about it, really.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible game. There's a lot of potential here. I think if you give it another 5 years, much like Minecraft, because I mean, here's the thing. I've actually been playing some old school Minecraft because of the Minecraft launcher. You have the option. You can play all of the previous builds of the game, going all the way back into pre-release betas and even alpha versions of the game. I haven't actually looked to see how far back you can take it. I might look that up at one point. That might be interesting. You might actually be able to take it all the way back to the original cave game version, which was basically flat world, creative. There's nothing but grass, dirt, stone, and bedrock, and that's it. That's the whole thing the game had. I don't even know if caves generated in that originally, but I mean, I think they did, but who knows? Yeah, so the original version of Minecraft is very old, but you can download and play any of them. And I've actually been playing, I was saying to Zero earlier, I've been playing beta version 1.7.3, which was the last version that came out prior to Hunger being added to the game, which was a very divisive thing when that came out. Like, that split the fandom quite a lot. Some people loved the addition of Hunger, some people hated it.
Well, that's sort of the whole thing. Or you build creative and versus survival, which is they're very, very different ideas.
Yeah. And I think this is going to end up being a lot like that. I think that in the end, I think, give it some more time, a few more large updates. I think this game is only, I mean, let's be honest, the game only can get better.
Yeah, true.
Well, theoretically, maybe could potentially get worse. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, that's I think that's enough rambling. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. This is something a bit different. We'd never played No Man's Sky multiplayer, and you know what? I think this game is probably more fun multi.
Yeah.
I think a lot of games
just
are
have
most
a couple of things that need to be ironed out with the whole that weather thing at the start. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that was weird. I swear I'd never seen anything like that before. It was the weirdest thing ever. Like, I guess it's like a holdover from the single player days. Like, weather used to just be focused on the player and wasn't really a thing that actually existed in the environment. So I guess it's something they just forgot about, maybe. But you think somebody would have told them about that by now.
Yeah.
Either that or maybe it was just a glitch. Maybe I was supposed to be experiencing the weather and just didn't. So one way or another, it was weird. There's not much we could do about it, unfortunately. But, I mean, hell, I was fine with not experiencing that at all, so...
Yeah, you're lucky. You got lucky. You didn't fucking end up dying for...
Well, yeah, you didn't die, thankfully, but...
No.
It was close. It was a close run thing. But yeah, so aside from some glitches, I think the multiplayer in this is good fun, and I do think it's probably breathed new life into the game.
Yeah.
A lot of people playing it in multiplayer, I think. So yeah, that's good. So yeah, we will leave it here. Please subscribe to my channel if you are so inclined.
Yes, please subscribe. He needs the help.
Yeah, I know. I did actually have one new subscriber that showed up a couple of days ago, which is always nice.
That's good.
Whether or not he'll stick around, I've no idea. Of course, my subscribers don't seem to last very long on my channel. I don't know if that's because of me or if that's just because subscribers these days are a lot more fickle than they used to be.
Well, maybe they subscribe for that one game, and then once you finish, they leave.
Yeah, that is entirely possible. I play so many different games, I can't imagine people doing that. Like, I don't like to restrict myself to just one genre. I just kind of play whatever. I mean, you know, I don't get suggestions about games, so I just play, oh, fuck it, this looks fun, I'll play this for a bit. And, like,
And you
I don't know
play
if you...
some rather obscure stuff that most people wouldn't ever find Let's Plays of, but...
Well, this is the thing, because it's that kind of 50-50 thing with doing Let's Plays on YouTube. It's like, if you play what's popular, your videos get lost in a sea of everybody else playing it. But then if you play what's obscure, your stuff is easy to find, but no one's looking for it because it's obscure.
Yeah, so you have to find that right balance of obscure and weird. Or what you need to do is although it didn't quite work out, but you need to be the first one to play something before it gets huge.
I
Like what
have
happened with Amnesia,
kind of
and
tried to do
it still
that.
didn't quite work out.
Well, with Amnesia, I think my problem with Amnesia is I was one of the first people on the internet to actually do a Let's Play of Amnesia. But I mean, seriously, if you search for Amnesia: The Dark Descent and actually like reverse the order, so to go from like early, like no, like what would it be? It's like latest to newest or something like that, or whatever it is. I'm like the 6th or 7th video ever uploaded to YouTube about Amnesia: The Dark Descent. The only people who beat me were Frictional Games themselves, the actual creators, and some Russian people, which I think was just a time zone thing. You know, they managed to beat me to it because of time zones. And so I was one of the first people on YouTube to upload a video of Amnesia: The Dark Descent, even beating out the people who are now famous for playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent, like Markiplier and PewDiePie. These people got famous playing a game I played first. I'm not bitter
Well,
at
it
all.
goes to show you just being the first isn't everything.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the kind of lesson I teach people
There is
with
no
this story.
predicting what's going to be popular on the internet. You have no idea.
But I think the reason I didn't succeed with Amnesia is because I didn't play any of the custom stories, and they played a lot of them. I just played the main game, and then I moved on.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had other things going on in my life at the time anyway, so there's that big 2-year gap in my YouTube channel.
But we're rambling at this point. We've already gone.
Oh yeah,
we've already gone over this
we
stuff.
are completely rambling. Sorry, I've just been sitting here in my cockpit staring forwards,
same
but
here.
this is
staring at the
just us waxing lyrical
External
about the world.
temperature 122.7 degrees Fahrenheit.
Really? I've got 50.4.
Yeah, well,
Celsius.
You're in Celsius. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wow, did you
You
set
can
it?
switch. You can. It's manually.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, can you switch that manually, or did it like detect where we are on the planet and adjust accordingly?
No, it
I was
started
like,
out in Celsius, but
Did it?
I'm gonna go Fahrenheit for this. Fuck it.
No, okay. I was gonna say, because that was like confusing me for a split second. I was like, wait, what? Oh, right, okay, yeah, that's weird. You people are still stuck in the past. Anyway, yeah, we've been rambling for way too long, so we'll end it here. So yeah, please subscribe to my channel if you are so inclined. Follow me on Twitter, because I send out notifications on when I upload YouTube, because YouTube upload things very flaky these days, I find.
Yeah.
So follow me on Twitter, or don't forget to just hit the bell icon thingamajiggy. You should all know how that works by now. Do you want to plug your channel?
Yeah, you can follow my stuff on Dragon's Lair Productions here on YouTube. I don't upload to it all that often because I'm kind of trying to figure out exactly what else I want to do. But I do have a game trailer up for a game I released last month, so if you want to check that out.
Yeah, which has
It's
also
a couple
been
months by now, but yeah.
Yeah, well, by the time this episode comes out, it'll have been out for a few months. But I have also played that on my channel. If you go into the live streams playlist and look for Over the Moon, you can find the two of us sitting down and talking about it in there as well. But that was weird. It had a surprisingly good reception, which was
A lot of people
odd.
have been playing it, and I've been watching every video on YouTube that has it.
anyway, we're getting off topic again. So
Yes.
yeah, we'll
Take
call
care.
it here. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we will see you in whatever we play next week. Bye.
Bye.